Good evening. Happy New Year, and welcome to the Village Chapel Music Series for this exciting evening of music for trumpet and organ. If you have not already, I would invite you to take your cell phones and set them to silent mode, as they may disturb the performers this evening. It is my pleasure to be joined this evening by Dunn, Rob Hill, and Wayne Osborne, all exceptional musicians, music teachers, and arts advocates in our community. The piece you just heard was Edwin Eugene Bagley's National Emblem March. Bagley composed that piece on a train tour in 1902 and was so unhappy with his work that he threw it away. Unbeknownst to him at the time, his family retrieved it and rehearsed it secretly and presented it at their next concert. It would become his most famous work and serve as a model for some of the great American March composers. Extracts of this piece would have been heard most recently at the presidential inauguration on Wednesday. Now, Chris, Rob, and I would like to offer you two pieces. First, Rafe von Williams' prelude on the Welsh hymn tune Rosa Medra, and then a transcription of Italian Baroque composer Benedetto Marcello's Psalm 19, "The Heavens Declare the Glory of God." Following those two pieces, I would like to offer you Jerry Hancock's Air for Organ. Even after his passing in 2012, Jerry Hancock is still known as one of the greatest and most influential church musicians of the century. His air for organ highlights the instrument's softer capabilities, notably the string and solo stops.
The next piece we'll play is called Animal Ditties, with words by Ogden Nash and music by Anthony Plog. Ogden Nash was an American poet well known for his light verse, of which he wrote over 500 pieces. With his unconventional rhyming schemes, he was declared the country's best-known producer of humorous poetry. As you may hear in this piece, Nash was best known for surprising pun-like rhymes, sometimes with words deliberately misspelled for comic effect. To give you a short example of his poetry, here's The Fly. God in his wisdom made the fly, and then he forgot to tell us why. Anthony Plog has had a rich and varied international career in music as a composer, musician, soloist, recording artist, and teacher. He began studying music at the age of 10, and by 19 he was playing trumpet with the Los Angeles Philharmonic. As a composer, his music has been performed all over the world. Plog currently lives and works in Freiburg, Germany. Now, Animal Ditties was written in 1978 to be played by trumpet, narrator, and piano. It is a comical piece that includes 4 short movements: the turtle, the python, hyena, and hog. In all 4 movements, the musical intent is to convey the spirit and charm of Ogden Nash's poetry. Here is Animal Ditties by Ogden Nash and Anthony Plog. The turtle lives twixt plated decks, which practically conceals its sex. I think it clever of the turtle in such a fix to be so fertile. The python has, and I fib no fibs, 318 pairs of ribs. In stating this, I place reliance on a seance with one who died for science. This figure is sworn to and attested. He counted them while being digested. Hyena is the kind of beast I'd not sit down with to a feast. He is appetite, undiscriminating, and mindless laughter, unabating. Slavering in the plush arena, the studio audience is mostly hyena. some scientist may at last disperse the mysteries of the universe. But me, I cannot think why pork is white and ham is pink.
It has been a pleasure to have you with us this evening and to offer this program with such talented colleagues. I would like to invite you to tune in on Friday, February 19th, as we welcome in a truly virtual setting the very fine saxophonist and Morgan County native Tyler Young. A few words about our final two pieces on the program. Early on in our time of quarantine last March, I collected a number of poems to potentially set to music, and was instantly drawn to Edward Thomas's poem, Trumpet. Edward Thomas was known primarily as a novelist and critic, and only began writing poetry around 1914, which would be only 3 years before his death. His friendship with American poet Robert Frost eventually led him to write poetry, and it was his friendship with Frost which also led him to enlist in the British Army Reserve in 1915. Thomas was ultimately killed in battle in 1917 as his first collection of poems was being prepared for press. This poem was most likely written from his barracks with the sound of a trumpet playing a reveille early in the morning. While the musical score of this piece has taken on the tone more so of American jazz, there are musical references to what Thomas's time at war might have been like, including the militant piano ostinato, which accompanies the vocal line towards the beginning, as well as the text painting in the trumpet score, especially the trumpet reveille that connects the first and second sections of this piece. Chris and I will be joined by Claire Fields, and I am especially grateful to both of them for lending their artistic capabilities to this new piece. Our final piece on the program serves as a bookend to our opening piece. John Philip Sousa was heavily influenced by Edwin Bagley, and has cited his National Emblem March as one of his favorite marches, second or third to only his own. So it is fitting for that reason that we end tonight's program with Sousa's famous march, "The Stars and Stripes Forever."
Let's see.